I don't know if I've ever been more scared.
Hello. Okay, mind you, I'm sick, okay? But I recently got hired as an instructor for college. Super excited. Oh my God. But now I'm doing the training and I'm like high-key scared. And I don't know why I'm scared, but I'm so scared. I'm like, I'm not adult enough for this. Oh my God. Yeah. Every time I do like another piece of the training, I am just like, I have to like talk myself like into relaxing in order to like focus on the words. I just needed to share that with someone. I'm so scared.
More nervous than starting my first job at a bakery, more nervous than working at Disney. I was so scared to start my journey as a college professor, but this is how I fought my fear. I've been doing applications for colleges on and off for the last few years now. When I applied last fall, it was just another time of me going through the motions. I never expected to get an email last year for an invitation to an interview. It was a whirlwind. All of a sudden, I needed to complete trainings, read an entire textbook, and cultivate lesson plans in less than a few weeks.
I am in the middle of getting my hair done, but I am reading the research guide and like what we're doing for module 1. And why am I like scared that I don't understand? I understand this, but why am I like scared? Like I'm not going to be able to teach this. I don't know where this fear is coming from just because it's new, but I can do this. But look at it. Look, I'm going to teach this right here. I'm going to do that.
And I think it was also compounded by not feeling fully prepared logistics-wise. It's Thursday, January 8th, and I just got out of a meeting with a lady named Cara. She basically wanted to check with me after I had done all of my instructor training to make sure that I understood everything, that my course was set up correctly. And I realized, like, I was talking to her, I came in to the meeting having questions, and I was asking her, like, you know, like where if the door is locked, like, oh, how do I unlock it? Like, do I need a USB in order to put my slides up on the screen? Like, what, you know, like, what does that look like? And she was like, oh, you probably need to, mind you, the first day of school is next month. Today's Thursday. First day of school is Monday. And she just told me I need a badge. What? Why did no one tell me this? So, I'm nervous all over again. I was actually starting to feel comfortable, but now I'm like, oh crap, like what else do I not know? So, I'm gonna go up there tomorrow and meet the person who's in like the program director. Most of my students are going to be culinary students. Hello, I drove up to Port Huron today because I wanted to do a practice run of like knowing where I'm going, see how difficult or easy it was to get here, look at like the parking situation and things of that nature. And I didn't realize it's quite literally one building. So you know how you have like a college like main campus, and then you'll have like little offshoots in different locations? That's what mine is. And so it's like literally, it's not a campus, it's just one building with the one parking lot. So that's interesting. I don't have to worry about getting lost. I don't have to worry about not finding parking. So that's really nice. But I'm about to go in and get my badge and I guess a key. I need a key to unlock the door, and yeah. Speaking of sun positions, this was my first winter where I didn't have a spark, a hint, a drop of seasonal depression. And I attribute a little bit of that to every week getting to see the sun a little bit longer every single week. I'm home now and I have an hour-long drive in between the campus and my house. So I had quite some time to think about like my first thoughts of teaching my first class. I'm honestly so excited now that like I know more what to expect. I have all traditional students. So they're all in their 20s. I have almost everyone is a freshman except for one sophomore. They're a super energetic group, and it seems like they like working better either in a group or by themselves rather than as a whole class. So on my way home, I was thinking about like things to do. Like I want to do a class competition one day. Like it's so fun. There's so much fun in teaching in person, getting to walk around the tables, hear the conversations, and make connections that I don't get teaching online. So I'm really so happy and grateful for this opportunity. And I'm very excited about the semester now. I feel like most of my nerves are gone. I think like there's always going to be 2% nerves just because you're like, like, am I going to randomly burp in the middle of, a lecture and that's going to be embarrassing. But like, I'm 98% so excited now to do the rest of the semester. It's so weird because it's a 16-week course and we only meet once a week. So it's like one down, 15 to go. Like I can just count them down. Like that is so wild. But yeah, I'm very excited. Next week, I already have my PowerPoints because I messed up and I did my slides for week 2 instead of week 1. And I didn't realize it until I was almost done with week 2 slides and I realized like, oh crap. So I'm gonna go ahead and finalize them tonight actually and go ahead and post them. And then I would like to work on week 3 during this week so that I'm always a week ahead, since I accidentally did that for myself. And yeah, I'm very happy and I can't believe this. Yeah, it feels very surreal. It was so weird driving there. It was already dark. So getting out of class and I can see the bridge to Canada. It's got like blue lights on it. I didn't film it today, but maybe I'll get a clip of it next time if I remember. But I had so many things and I was carrying so many things in my hands. I couldn't get my phone out, but it was actually very pretty. I was staring at the bridge all the way to the car. But it's so beautiful at night. And, I don't think that they have a tunnel up here in Port Huron. I think it's just the bridge, but it's so interesting. Excuse me. It's so interesting that like at the beginning of the semester, it's pitch black outside. And at the end of the semester, it'll be summertime. We'll probably be leaving and it'll still be sunlight outside. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy about this. I'm so glad I got this job. And honestly, I'm so glad I got the job here at this school, because I applied for lots of places, but I feel like this is the place for me. I feel like this is really going to work out. So I'm very happy. Had my first class today. OMG. I'm a college instructor. I feel like this is what I was meant to do. Like as far as teaching, I was meant to do a lot of things, but as far as teaching, I feel like, this is my space, So anyway, bye. As you can see, most of my nerves dissipated after the first class, or so I thought. But what I didn't know was hiding behind that initial fear of the unknown was its much more insidious cousin, imposter syndrome. Was my scaffolding any good? Was I teaching the content in a meaningful way? Were my students getting anything out of this course? These are the questions that plagued me every time I walked into the classroom. So I focused on what I knew how to do best, which was make connections and cheer people on. It's been 2 years since I've graded anything, and this is the first time now that I'm really grading like an essay. I've graded some like engagement before, but this is the first essay that's been due so far in this semester, and it's so weird and so different the way I feel right now versus 2 years ago. I feel very like I feel like I get to be my encouraging self, and I am leaving feedback for each student, telling them what they can do better. There's ways I want to challenge certain students. Like I want to see, can you tell me more about this? And it doesn't feel overwhelming. And I do think that part of that is because it's such a small class, which I think is really going to help me not burn out. But also I think just having this break and also coming into this in a different headspace is really helping. And like, if I wasn't on Lexapro, I would cry just out of happiness of like, wow, I get to do this again. So I'm very happy. But yes, I'm grading essays for the first time in 2 years. I let this drive me, and turns out it didn't steer me wrong. All right, my friends, I believe your time is over. I'm gonna have my affirmatives go first. And I want my negatives to be ready with a counter. Throughout the semester, I still made mistakes, but I apologized for them and moved on. But focusing on what I knew helped me feel grounded when I needed it. The students did their presentations in class today. I'm so proud of them. They all did so well. It's sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the last class with everybody here. And I'm like, I want to follow them till they graduate, but that's just not what you can do. So yeah, I'm very proud. I can't believe we're done. Like, this is so weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so happy. They've learned so much, and I'm just so proud of them. So yeah, that's all I have to say right now. This semester was a class in discipline, consistency, and standing my ground in the face of my own fears. I hope I can encourage you to do the same.
We even have all of our arguments at once. They're all terrain. They're all terrain, and that matters. They're cool colors.
Only half of them.
Whoa, one counter argument and wait until she's done, please.
Yeah, shut up, Hunter. They're aggressive. We love a bird that fights back.
Okay.
They're popular because they're cute. You can cook ducks and they taste good and they're unique food. They're waterproof. They have 360 vision and they can see UV light and they're good pest control.
Okay, what is your one counter to this?
Shut up, Garrett.
They attack people.
They attack people. What do you say to that?
People shouldn't have been there.
Oh.
And they are all terrain, so they can attack you anywhere, including if you're minding your own business.
Oh.
See, look, we already got somebody
Yeah.
else on our side.
Oh.
That was not.